What's going on, my fellow Digidorks? It's your good mate Tro here. I'm here today quickly to show you my update for my Millenniummon deck for this meta. We have a very special addition to this deck, Wicked God Emerges promo 193. It is a game changer. And after this deck, guys, I promise I'll get into some BT-23 stuff to catch up. I'll be starting with Balphamon, X-Antibody. Yeah, I know, he's not the greatest deck, but he's my boy, so I'm going to show him. So, shove it. Don't forget to tune in to the latest episode of Digimon Beat Break. It's the latest Digimon series. I have been loving it so much, especially based around a band. And Geckomon is my boy. Love to hear what you guys' favourite Digimon is from the new series. Yes, mine's obviously Geckomon. Also love the Emo Bat, he's pretty cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you gorgeous dirtbags. We are like at 894 subscribers, so good. Just a reminder, I'm going to have a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. Alright, let's get stuck into it. Engage.
Tune on in, boys and girls, go through the digital world, strategies that us away, pass through the digital game. Digidorks, Digidorks, Digidorks.
Alright, first up on our deck list, our Digitama. We have got 4 copies of Puggamon from BT-19, inheritable, on deletion. If deleted other than in battle, return a level 3 purple Digimon card from your trash to the hand. We use Puggamon because Gizmon and Gazimon Digivolves over for 0, and that helps us recycle our level 3s as well because we're only running 8 of them. Alright, on to our level 3s, speaking of which. For our level 3s, we are running 4 copies of Gizmon BT-19, and 4 copies of Gazimon BT-18. On play, Gizmon, trash a card with composite or wicked trait in your hand. You draw 2, great draw power, and blocker and inheritable, which is very handy. Gazimon, on play, is a searcher. You reveal the top 3 cards, add 1 card with Millenniummon in its name, and 1 card with the composite or wicked god trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck, fantastic search, and retaliation in the inheritables. So, yeah, fantastic, and yes, we're only running 8 rookies because we can get the job done with just the 8. That's all you really need. Alright, onto our level 4s. For our level 4s, we are running 3 copies of Shademon, BT-19, 3 copies of Deltamon, BT-18, 3 copies of Deltamon, BT-19, 1 copy of Raremon, Promo 101, and 1 copy of Deltamon, Promo 76. Alright, we'll start off with Shademon. First of all, we can Digicross Nene Amano to take his play cost down by 2. We run Nenes in this deck, and on play, reveal the top 3 cards. We add 1 card with Twilight or Composite among them to the hand, and we trash the rest. So you can search, I think a Nene is Twilight, so you might be able to grab another Nene out of it, but that's it. Mostly looking for a Composite in that one, and then trashing the rest, which is handy, because we do need a few cards in the trash for Digicrossing and stuff like that. And yeah, on deletion, you may play a Nene Amano from your trash without paying the cost, then save. So if you Digicrossed the Nene Amano, deletion activates in the trash, so Nene will be in there, you get to play it and put it under there. So you swap them, their positions basically, and then you'll have your memory set of Tamer out for Digicrossing. So yes, definitely needed for this deck. Deltamon has Raid, it's fantastic, especially if you've got Retaliation Gazi. It's good to get some of them highest play costs off the field, if you can. On play when Digivolving, by trashing 1 card in your hand, return 1 card with the Composite or Wicked God trait from your trash to the hand. Don't use that as much as I used to, but it is still a fantastic effect, and retaliation in the inheritables there. Deltamon, on play when Digivolving, on deletion, by trashing a card in your hand, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Fantastic and versatile card, so gotta keep using that. And blocking in the inheritables, we have a few blockers in this deck. Not saying it is necessary because we've got some redirects and stuff, but it is really handy as well, because you can have a redirect and a block if that Digimon survives the block or the redirect. Alright, Ramon, on play when Digivolving, by trashing a card in your hand, draw 2, fantastic draw power, and great for trashing when we need to. Basically, still just got 1 copy of this guy and this guy for Digicrossing purposes, because you need different composites or cyborgs. He's treated as also having the cyborg trait, and so yeah, that's why I keep 1 of these guys around. And Deltamon's, your turn when this Digimon would Digivolve into a card with 2 colors of the composite in its traits, reduce the Digivolution cost by 2. So that's super handy. You can get your Chimeramons down to 1. And yeah, the inheritables, yeah, look, I haven't used them much, but when attacking, trash the card in your hand, delete 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, does come up. And when attacking for each of these Digimon's colors, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Again, great for people who build wide, just don't see it too much in today's meta. Alright, on to our level 5s. For our level 5s, we are running 4 copies of Chimeramon from BT-18, and 3 copies of Chimeramon BT-19. yes, still prefer this guy just for the combo with Millenniummon BT-19. But yeah, he's when digivolving, when attacking, not a once per turn. By deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. Great synchronicity with the new Shademon. You can't always guarantee his deletion, and sometimes you want to get that Nene out on the field before your opponent does something on their turn, like trashing Nene or putting it to the bottom of the deck. So yeah, fantastic for targeting Shademon. On deletion, one of your Millenniummon and one Chimeramon in the trash may DNA Digivolve into Millenniummon in the hand. So yeah, that's why I still love to use him. The BT-19, as long as you can play him, Digicross him for whatever. I'll get onto level 6s, but yeah, it's on play when Digivolving is delete a level 5 Digimon, so you can choose your own. Choose this guy, he'll be in the trash, bang, his effect pops off, you can DNA Digivolve into Millenniummon. That's the easiest and best way I've found anyways to get into Millenniummon. Alright, and this Chimeramon on play when Digivolving, by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 3, level 4, and level 5 Digimon. On deletion, by deleting one of your level 4, lower, purple, or red, you may play a Millenniummon from your trash without paying the cost. Don't use that on deletion too much, especially love his on deletion much more, but yeah, the board wiping on the on play when Digivolving is crazy on this one. And the he's a Digicross too, so Digicrossing 3 level 4 composite trait Digimon with different card numbers. Yeah, so it's fantastic. Alright, onto our level 6s. For our level 6s, we are running 4 copies of Millenniummon BT-19 and just 2 copies of Millenniummon BT-18. Again, yes, prefer this guy because of the synchronicity he has with BT-18 Chimera. On play when Digivolving, delete one level 5 or lower Digimon. So like I said, that can be Chimera, or, you know, you can choose your opponent's Digimon, which obviously is a good choice too. On deletion, may play a level 5 or lower Digimon card with the sideboard or composite trait from your trash without paying the cost. A similar effect to Chimeramon's BT-19 on deletion. And yes, he's a Digicrosser as well. 5 level 5 or lower sideboard or composite trait Digimon cards with different card numbers. I struggled to get it to 5, Digicrossing with 5 different ones. On average, probably say maybe 3 or 4. Actually, no, that's a lie. On average, probably 2 or 3, you know, especially because of how fast the games are going these days. So I Digicross a little earlier, a little quicker. Plus, a Supreme Connection helps it play it out cheaper anyways. And Millenniummon BT-18. When this card will be played, by deleting one of your Digimon with the composite trait, reduce play cost by 4. It's fantastic there. Also a great way of great synchronicity, again, with the BT-18 Chimeramon. You delete that, play this, and then Chimera's on deletion happens, which means you can DNA Digivolve. Anyways, he's on play when Digivolving, Digivolve all of your opponent's Digimon by 1. Very handy. Doesn't come up too much, but when it does come up, wow, you can get some memory back by Digivolving some of their aces. Yeah, so it's fantastic. On deletion, one of your Chimeramon and one Millenniummon in the trash may DNA Digivolve into Millenniummon in the hand. So yes, it's got the same effect, similar effect as Chimeramon's. It's the other way around. But yeah, I don't go the other way around as much. I usually go by deleting Chimeramon with the Machinedra way. It's just easier. Both of them have the redirect into a composite or wicked god trait. So that just means when any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you may change the target to one Digimon with a composite wicked god trait. It doesn't have to be this Digimon with the inheritable. It just means that you can do it if this inheritable is on the board. Alright, onto our level 7s. We are running 4 copies of Millenniummon BT-18, 2 copies of Zed Millenniummon BT-19, 1 copy of Moon Millenniummon BT-19, and 1 copy of the very old school Millenniummon BT-2. Oh, he's a grandpa. And I'll get into why I'm playing one of these. I get it if you think it's a silly option, but I've been trying it out and it has worked. And it's just good to have 5 Millenniummons, just Millenniummon, because for the Wicked God emerges, you have to delete Millenniummon, not Millenniummon its name, just brackets Millenniummon. So need to see 5 of them in this new build of the deck. Anyways, we'll go on to our best boy Millenniummon. On play when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon, then, if DNA Digivolving, by returning one of each Digimon card with different levels from your opponent's trash to the top of the deck, gain 1 memory for each returned card. So yeah, when you DNA Digivolve, on average, depending what kind of deck they play, you can get a level 3, level 4, level 5, and a 6-back, so 4 memory. And again, depending what kind of deck they play, depending how early you are in the game, or depending if they've been eating out of their trash, like some purple decks love to do, and they leave their trash empty. So yeah, you can't always rely on that. But he's on deletion, fantastic. By returning 1 Chimeramon, Millenniummon from your trash to the bottom of the deck, you may play 1 Millenniummon from your trash without paying the cost. So not only can you Digicross Chimeramon and Millenniummon underneath him, and guarantee that when he's deleted, the end deletion activates in the trash, so that means that the Chimeramon you Digicrossed and the Millenniummon will be in the trash. So you just put them to the bottom of the deck, he comes back out. If you have another Machinedra or Chimera, Digicross again, and it just keeps cycling. So yeah, it's fantastic. And yeah, usually when you DNA to begin with, you'll have the Chimera. and Machinedramon underneath him. So yeah, you'll always get that guaranteed effect when you DNA Digivolve, unless they trash your sources or put you at the bottom of the deck. You don't get your Undeletion. So that's why our new option card makes this deck amazing. We'll get to in a second. Just 2 copies of Z Millenniummon. It's got the Overclock composite trait. At the end of your turn, you can delete composite trait Digimon, and this Digimon can attack without suspending. Alright, so the Overclock's really important for this particular card, because I'm playing when Digivolving when attacking, not a once per turn, which is crazy. By returning 1 Digimon card from your opponent's trash to the bottom of the deck, return 1 of their Digimon. From their opponent's trash to the top of the deck, return 1 of their Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And so that's just crazy good value out of that. And all turns, this Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't suspend and isn't affected by the opponent's effects. So yes, isn't affected when he's just played out, say just by our new option promo. But yes, he wouldn't be able to attack except for Overclock, because he doesn't need to suspend with Overclock, can attack without suspending. So yeah, fantastic card, absolutely devastating to get on the board. 1 copy of Moon Millenniummon. Just the more that I've gone on and played him, the less that his effect has affected my opponent in the ways that I want it to. I'm playing Digivolving. Your opponent trashes cards in their hand until they have 5 left. For every 2 this effect trash, delete 1 of your opponent's tamers. Alright, sometimes people have been keeping their hands pretty low these days. Again, it's probably just how fast games are going, but I'm just not getting that effect off as much as I used to. All turns, when this Digimon will leave the battle area, by deleting 1 of your composite trait Digimon, it doesn't leave. Again, don't use that effect too much. And then all turns once per turn, when other Digimon or tamers are deleted, trash your opponent's top security card. That effect is awesome, because it's all turns, can be really effective. But yeah, I'm happy only to see him at 1 in the deck. And then yes, we've got the old school Millenniummon, basically for the fact that we can have 5 Millenniummons, or my thumb in there, 5 Millenniummons in the deck to get our option card promo working better. But his one Digivolving is return 1 of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, and then in brackets, trash all Digivolution cards with that Digimon. Don't think we even put that in our cards anymore. And then on deletion, if this card has Digivolution cards, you may play this card from your trash without paying its memory cost. So yeah, another good option is to put an X antibody in this deck. Slip him under there. I would do that if I had more of him, but that just means when he comes back, you could play X antibody, slip him underneath, and he'll have the Digivolution cards again, so you can play him out again. Anyways, that's a cheeky little idea anyways. I will move on now onto the Tamers. For our Tamers, we are running 2 copies of Nene Amano BT-23 and 2 copies of the ever so reliable Analog Youth EX1. Alright, so Nene Amano, she is our memory setter. If you have 2 or less memory study turns, set to 3. All turns when any of your Composite or Twilight Trait Digimon cards with Digicross requirements would be played, you can suspend her and use Digimon underneath her and in the trash to Digicross, 1 of each, so 1 underneath her and 1 from the trash. When you're Digicrossing, as well as from your hand, like you usually do. So that's really handy for our Calameras, Machinedra plays. Again, if you play her out with Shademon and then Shademon's deleted, Shademon should be under there. So that's a composite that you can use for either Chimera or Machinedra. And yes, that's why you need to be trashing other composites, machines, depending on how you go in the trash. So when you suspend it to the Digicross from 1 underneath her, you can Digicross 1 from the trash as well. Very important to the deck. And Analog Youth, on play, top 3 cards of your deck, grab a Digimon and you trash the rest. Great for trashing, great for searching, everything you need. Then all turns, when 1 of your level 5 higher Digimon Digivolution cards is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer to gain a memory and hatch a Digigate card in the empty space in your battling area. Fantastic effects, especially just for a cost of 2. And we end up deleting our level 5s on our own a lot lately, so it's nice to get a bit of memory back and to hatch an egg, keep up that tempo. All good things. Alright, onto our options. For our options, we are running 4 copies of the Wicked God Emerges, promo 193, best thing to have in this deck. And we got 2 copies of Supreme Connection, which is pretty damn good for this deck as well. Alright, Wicked God Emerges. Main, by trashing a card with the composite of Wicked God trait in your hand, you draw 2, and you place in the battle area. So not only great draw power there, great trash power, but it's delay. Now this is what we want. End of all turns, delay. By deleting 1 of your Millenniummon, in brackets, like I said, so it has to be Millenniummon, you may play 1 Wicked God trait Digimon card from your hand or trash without paying the cost. Now why is that so good? Well, we get to play out Z Millenniummon for free, which is nuts, okay? And yeah, unlike the last option card, it was much more circumstantial. It said like, if your Millenniummon leaves the battle area, you can play 1 play cost higher. So if it was Millenniummon, you play Moon. If it was Moon, you play Zed. But this one, bang, you just get to play Zed, and by deleting your Millenniummon. So that means you delete your Millenniummon, its on deletion happens, return Machinedra Chimera to the bottom of the deck, Millenniummon comes back out, Digicross it, if you can. It's crazy effective. Yeah, it's the best thing to have happened to this deck. So I have to run it at 4. Love seeing it for the draw power, for its delay. Yes. Alright, Supreme Connection. Again, amazing delay. But the main is reveal top 5 cards of our deck. Among them, add 1 machine or sideboard trait to the hand. Trash 1 such card. So you grab a Millenniummon and then trash a machine or sideboard. And then you place... return the rest to the top of the deck. Now, it doesn't say in any order, so it's very important. You actually just gotta pull out the 5, you pick 1, you trash 1, and you put it exactly back the way you found it. Then main delay, you may play 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card with machine or sideboard trait from your hand with play cost reduced by 3. Okay, so that is just, I know that doesn't seem amazing, but it's very handy for our machine Digimons. So we're already digicrossing, or the other one, when we play it by deleting a composite, reduced by 4. So 4 and 7, the math, you're getting it down to 4. The one from BT-23, and machine Digimon, let's see, if you can Supreme Connection it out, you get it down to 8, then with the digicrossing, yeah, you get it down to 3. Alright, so yeah, playing out a machine Digimon for 3, especially when you're going to DNA Digivolve into Millenniummon, potentially getting hopefully 3 memory back, keeping your turn, it's the best way to help you DNA Digivolve. Security, build top 5 cards of your deck, it's the exact same as the main. Alright, and its security is activate the card's main effect, which doesn't come on a lot. You've got to have Millenniummon on board, so you'd rather see this in your hand, to be honest. Alright, that's it for the deck list, guys. On to the strategy guide. Okay, Digibronies, the strategy to this deck is quite simple. You at least want to have a rookie and a tamer in your opening hand. So we'll start off by hatching. Digivolving. Into Gizmon, cost 0 over a Pagamon, we draw for Digivolving. Then, we shall simply play the option card Supreme Connection, which allows us to reveal the top 5 cards of our deck. We grab a machine or sideboard, put it to our hand, and then we trash 1 such card. So we shall grab a machine Digimon, put it to our hand, and we shall trash our Raremon, who also has the sideboard trait. Return the rest to the top of the deck, passing turn. Once turn has passed, we draw. Then we shall keep our Gizmon in the raising area and Digivolve it into Deltamon for a cost of 3, draw for Digivolving. And then we shall play a Shademon from our hand, Digicrossing it with a Nene Amano, bringing the play cost down to 2, making it cost 3, and on play, reveal the top 3 cards of our deck, add 1 Twilight or composite trait to the hand, and we trash the rest. We shall add Deltamon to the hand, and we shall trash the rest. Passing turn. Once turn has passed, we draw. Then we shall raise our Deltamon out of raising area. And then we shall play the Tamer, Analog Youth. On play, we reveal the top 3 cards of our deck, grab 1 Digimon, and then we trash the rest. We shall grab a Shademon, trashing the rest. We shall then Digivolve our Deltamon into a Chimeramon, usually cost 3 over a composite trait, but thanks to Deltamon's effect, we can reduce the cost further by 2, making it cost 1. And also paid for Analog Youth, so we're down to 0. And when Digivolving, when attacking, by deleting one of our other Digimon, we can delete one of our opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. So we shall choose our Shademon to delete, and on deletion, we can play a Nene Amano from the trash without paying the cost, and then we can save our Shademon underneath her. Then we shall use the delay effect on our Supreme Connection. We can play a level 5 or higher machine or cyborg trait with a reduced cost of 3. So we can play Machine Digimon for 8. But then we can Digicross it to take its play cost down further. Nene will help us Digicross with 1 underneath her and 1 from the trash. Then we shall Digicross the 2 different types of Chimeramon from our hand. And a Deltamon. Taking the whole play cost down to 3. And on play when Digivolving, we delete 1 level 5 or lower Digimon. We shall target our Chimeramon. And because a level 5 is getting deleted, we can suspend our Analog Youth to gain a memory and hatch in the raising area. On deletion, if deleted other than in battle, we can return a level 3 from the trash to our hand. We shall choose Gizmon. And then finally, Chimeramon's on deletion, one of our Machine Digimon in play and in the trash can DNA Digivolve into Millenniummon from the hand. We shall Digivolve into Millenniummon for 0, draw for Digivolving. And when digivolving, we delete one of our opponent's Digimon. Then, if DNA digivolving, by returning one of each Digimon card with different levels from our opponent's trash to the top of the deck, we gain 1 memory for each return card. Let's say returned a level 3 and a 4, we will gain 2 memory, continuing our turn. Then, we shall swing with Millenniummon with 4 checks, security +1, +2, +3, with 4 checks at 14k. We shall digivolve into Gizmon in the raising area, draw for digivolving. Then we shall play the option card, the Wicked Guard emerges for 3. And main, by trashing 1 card with a composite or Wicked Guard trait, we can draw 2. Passing turn. At the end of our opponent's turn, we can delete one of our Millenniummon to play a Wicked Guard trait Digimon card from the hand or trash without paying the cost. We shall delete our Millenniummon to play Z Millenniummon without paying the cost. And because Millenniummon was deleted, we can return a Chimeramon and Machinedramon to the bottom of the deck to play a Millenniummon from our trash without paying the cost. And we can also digicross him with a Chimeramon and a Machinedramon from the hand. Once turn has passed, we draw. Then we shall raise our Gizmon. We shall swing 2 more checks with Millenniummon. Digivolve into a Deltamon for 2. Draw for digivolving. Then we shall simply pass turn and allow Z Millenniummon's overclock to take effect by deleting one of our composite trait Digimon. We can attack without suspending. Swinging for game. It's as simple as that, Digibronies. Don't forget to like and subscribe.